Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Throwdown, a Hong Kong genre bender from 2004 that was directed by Johnnie To and stars Louis Koo, Aaron Kwok, and Cherrie Ying. Now, a singing club manager named Sze-to, played by Louis Koo, was a Judo expert and former champion who gave up the martial art a few years ago for unknown reasons and became an alcoholic. Current Judo champion Tony, played by Aaron Kwok, is a competitive fighter who admires Sze-to and challenges him to a Judo duel, which happens quite often in this movie. Then there's a girl named Mona, played by Cherrie Ying, who dreams of becoming a popular singer, but was nearly forced into prostitution by her evil manager. She seeks refuge in Sze-to's club. So these three characters develop a friendly relationship and also get involved in some further conflicts together. So Throwdown has elements of drama and comedy primarily, with a sprinkling of judo fighting in here. Now there's actually a lot of humor in this film, but it's very low-key and charming stuff. Some people I think have a negative view of Hong Kong comedies due to the number of lowbrow, silly antics that you'll find in the industry. But this is not a Wong Jing film. This is a Johnnie To film, and that's a pretty huge difference. To has a much more mature and nuanced perspective when it comes to his characters and their interaction, so the humor in Throwdown is both endearing and thoughtful in its situational comedy and how things play out. This is a well-written film where the humor is expertly blended in with the character moments and the story. That's actually the foundation of the entire film. So we do get a number of short but nicely choreographed judo duels along the way, but Throwdown is not an action film. It's definitely more of a drama comedy, as I said, and the fights are infused to strengthen those elements. There are some cool scenes involving judo throws and takedowns that are fun to watch, and all of the fights take place outside of an official competition. So it's not like, this isn't like the Karate Kid where, maybe you have this big tournament at the end or anything like that in an arena or something like that. It's not like that. People fight in clubs and other public urban areas. So basically what'll happen is somebody will show up and they'll challenge somebody to a judo duel and bam, just right on the spot, they'll grapple and try to throw each other down. So it's pretty interesting film in that regard. Also, most of these duels are between characters who respect one another and really want to compete for the joy of the martial art. So no one is really out to permanently injure anyone in this film, which keeps the tone somewhat playful, I would say. There are a lot of Japanese influences in this film. Johnnie To actually dedicated Throwdown to Akira Kurosawa, and Judo itself is a martial art that was created in Japan. Also, one of the characters sings a Japanese song during a few of the judo clashes as well. There are other references too, but it's neat to see a Hong Kong movie pay so much positive homage to Japanese film and culture. All the acting is solid quality, it really is. Louis Koo is great in this. There's an interesting, trait of his character that is revealed throughout the film if you're paying attention. And he does a fantastic job of acting it out in subtle ways and not kind of giving it away too early. The role required some finesse to do this, and I think Koo pulled it off very well. This is one of the performances from back in the day that made me a fan of this guy. I would say a few of the other essential Koo performances to check out if you haven't already from the 2000s were Election 2 and Accident. His performances in those films also really impressed me. Now, Cherrie Ying is one of those actresses whose filmography is far less impressive than her actual talent. She's been in a bunch of crap throughout her career, from what I've seen. It's a real shame because she's fantastic in Throwdown, and she brings a sense of joy to every scene that she's in. Her intro is actually quite hilarious as well near the beginning. She gets thrown out of her apartment by the landlord, and all she really cares about is finishing her noodles. And then she eats an apple off of one of the offerings for the dead, which was pretty funny, I will say. Unquestionably, this is the best role of her career from what I've seen. I haven't seen everything she's been in, but I've seen a chunk of her career, and this is about as good as it gets for her. And then finally, we have Aaron Kwok, who I've never really considered to be an elite actor in terms of talent, but I have mentioned previously that there are a handful of performances that I really like from him, and Throwdown is one of those performances. He's actually really good in this, and he fits perfectly into the film because he exhibits like a sense of passion and excitement for Judo that really comes through his character. It's kind of infectious and makes the film pretty energetic and entertaining. Johnnie To's direction is great, as expected. From his handling of actors to the camera work, this is a clinic on how to direct a film. Throwdown, because it focuses so much on the characters, too, it really creates a really high-quality experience. This isn't like a wafer-thin story or anything like that. It's just a really good quality film. Throwdown is fantastic, and it proves, yet again, why Johnnie To is one of the best directors on the planet, in my opinion. This guy is really good. Now, this film is available on streaming and physical media in the United States. It's definitely worth checking out. I strongly recommend this. And as always, we'll see you next time.